Hi, my name is Dr. Christopher Van Tilburg, and I live in Hood River, Oregon. I'm the Public Health Officer for Hood River County. I'm going to do a series of public service announcements, and this one I have two things I want to discuss briefly. The first starts from a mantra that we use in mountain rescue. A lot of you might know I'm a mountain rescue doctor with Hood River Crag Rats, and we have in our mountain rescue circles we talk a lot about protecting ourselves first and our team second and our patients third. And that's because our personal health is really important. So it's really important that in this time of crisis that everybody gets enough sleep when they can, and everybody eats well, eats right, and people spend time outside getting some exercise. And that's really important because we have to get outside and walk and run and cycle. However, I do want to make a note of being outside is really important that we still follow social distancing measures. And one of my friends and colleagues brought this up yesterday, that just because we're outside, it doesn't mean we can relax our social distancing. So keep that space. And one of the reasons we're in trail jail, as one of my other friends calls it, our trails are closed in the Columbia River Gorge and on Mount Hood because when we are having difficult time as a society spreading out and not socializing close together. So just because you're outside, be mindful that you spread apart. We want to keep what outside areas that we have open. The other issue is car safety. There's a lot of people walking on the roads and running on the roads and cycling, and I know that's happening in Hood River, and it's probably happening elsewhere. So if you're driving your car to the grocery store, please be mindful that there's a lot of people on the roads getting out and exercising. Great. So the second thing I want to talk about is this is something that's been come up the last couple days in Hood River County in our health department. I want to talk about glove use. So we all have some of us have access to gloves and some of us are using gloves. I'm going to use my running gloves because if you can see behind me, it was raining here in Hood River and I went for a run after work, and so I'm going to use my running gloves because I don't want to waste a pair of medical gloves. But I want to just demonstrate how gloves can be a possible increased chance of spreading contagion of coronavirus. And so imagine if I'm wearing gloves and we're making soup tonight, and so one of my daughters who's home from college from the University of Oregon is going to run up to the store and buy some supplies for soup. So I'm going to give my credit card to my daughter, and of course I'm wearing gloves. My credit card was cleaned. I swabbed everything, or I wiped everything down, and then when I get my credit card back, even though I'm wearing gloves, now there's two of us that have touched this credit card, okay? And so my other daughter has to go back to the grocery store because we forgot something. I'm not sure what it was. It was an onion or something. And so here it goes to my other daughter who's home from college from Oregon State University, and then she has the credit card, and then I get it back, right? And so if I'm not cleaning my gloves, now all of a sudden 3 people have touched this credit card, and it could have coronavirus on it. And so this is the reason why you've heard over and over and over, we have to wash our hands. Wash your hands, don't touch your face. And it's because even if I have coronavirus on my gloves, I could still be spreading it if I'm not cleaning my gloves, which works okay if you wash them with hot soapy water, or if I'm hand sanitizing my gloves, which doesn't work that great because it breaks down the properties of gloves, medical gloves. And so it's really important that if we're using gloves, we just mind that we are potentially propagating the virus, and so it's important to wash our hands, don't touch our face, and all those other measures that you've been hearing about. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk more tomorrow. Be safe.